as if we and the world haven't suffered enough. We're told that the announcement, which according to an NBC News poll out today, 70% of Americans don't want to see, is happening on Tuesday. Yes, he's really going to go through with it. He can barely walk, barely speak, barely make sense, barely do the job he's got now, but whatever. 4 more years. 4 more years? He'll struggle to get through 4 more days.
That was Fox News host Steve Hilton there, reacting to the fact that Joe Biden is set to announce a run for re-election this week. That's right, at the end of last week, it was reported by multiple news outlets that aides for the president say Tuesday will be the day the Biden administration releases a promotional video. On what will be the 4-year anniversary of his 2020 campaign launch, Joe Biden will announce that he's running as a Democratic candidate for 4 more years. But according to Steve Hilton, the president will struggle to get through 4 more days. We already knew that Joe Biden wanted to run for re-election, but he has kept his formal announcement pretty up in the air until the Easter weekend, when the president said he did want to run but wasn't announcing it quite yet.
Wondering, Mr. President, will you be taking part in the Easter egg rolls after 2024?
I plan on at least 3 or 4 more Easter egg rolls.
At least 3 or 4 more.
Maybe 5.
Maybe 5.
Maybe 6.
So, are you saying that you would be taking part in our upcoming election in 2024?
Well, I'll either roll an egg or being the guy who pushes them out.
Come on, help a brother out. Make some news for me here.
I plan on running out, but we're not prepared to announce it.
And while it is an exciting time for the Biden administration to announce a run for 4 more years, the timing hasn't coincided well with the release of a pretty bleak poll. A recent NBC News survey revealed that a majority of Americans aren't keen on Biden running again. 26% of respondents said that they think that Joe Biden should run for re-election, while 70% believe that he should not, which included more than half of Democratic voters. Comparing that to Donald Trump, where 35% of respondents think the former president should run for a 3rd consecutive campaign, while 60% believe he shouldn't. So with 70% of Americans now saying Joe Biden shouldn't run in the 2024 presidential race, respondents were asked if his age was a factor into that. 34% said Joe Biden's age, which would be a few weeks shy of 82 years old at the November 2024 election, is a major reason as to why he shouldn't run. 15% said it was a minor reason, while 20% said it wasn't a reason. So far, 41% said they totally approve of the job that he's done, while 54% say they totally disapprove. Now, a dark cloud hanging over Joe Biden's presidency and his potential campaign is his son, Hunter. He is currently under federal investigation out of Delaware for potentially committing tax crimes and lying on his form in relation to the purchase of a firearm. This investigation has been operating since 2018, and so far no charges have been laid out, despite reports those investigating had reached a critical stage and had enough evidence to charge Hunter. Last week, an attorney representing a whistleblower working for the DHS wrote a letter to members of Congress requesting protection for his client because he says this investigation has conflicts of interest and preferential treatment. This being just another example of questions surrounding whether the Department of Justice is politicised. Over the weekend, CNN reported that lawyers for Hunter Biden will meet with US Attorney David Weiss, who is running the investigation, as well as a senior member from the DOJ. There is no understanding of what will come of this meeting or what the probe has on the president's embattled son. But the question remains whether Joe Biden himself is involved in any of this, despite maintaining the narrative that he has no knowledge of his son's business deals.
But the far larger, far more important issue, and this is what is going to become a big issue in the campaign if Joe Biden does run again, is the widespread political corruption within his own family. And if we're looking at 8 members of the Biden clan, as many as 12 members of the Biden clan on the payroll of foreign governments in exchange for influence, all done by this guy, Hunter Biden, with the help of his father, who has lied about this all along, claiming he's not had any conversations with his son about his business dealings, and we know for a fact that he has. Hunter Biden's in a lot of trouble, but the bigger problem is the widespread corruption that involves the entire family, most importantly, Joe Biden.